Friends, some people think that science and spirituality are opposed to each other, but it is not so. Both of them search for truth. Science connects us with spirituality, and spirituality gives us the ability to think scientifically. There are two different ways to answer the same question. One looks inward and the other looks outward. Since the birth of the principles of quantum physics in the 19th century, man's view of the universe has changed. And interestingly, the principles of quantum physics are similar to the concepts described in the ancient Indian Vedic texts. The principles of quantum physics that are being mentioned today were already told thousands of years ago in our ancient Vedas. The similarities that are seen in the modern medical system today were already told in our Vedas. Especially the knowledge of traditions like yoga and tantra are a proof of this. The principles of quantum physics, including descriptions of extraordinary concepts in our various spiritual traditions, such as parallel dimensions, microscopic realities, lie beyond the understanding of the world of physics. There are fundamental creative fields and energy structures in this universe that arise from something within the mystery of energy and matter that is beyond the understanding of scientists. Scientists now recognize that, in quantum theory, causal and wave energies are indeed reflections of the same ultimate energy. What our spiritual sages and sages have called Brahma consciousness, where they get a complex and detailed description of the reality of nature, the fundamental principles, the universal law that governs this creation. This is why quantum physics has shaken the foundation of the world of physics by including the element of probability and uncertainty. Like what is a thing, or is it not, meaning something is there and also not. Nobel Prize-winning mathematical physicist, Roger Penrose, has stunned scientists by asking a question. Whether the world of physics has such physics to understand the human brain, which can explain where consciousness comes from in humans and in this entire universe. How does consciousness arise, and where does it come from? Roger Penrose's question about the role of an observer in the quantum world for scientists is surprising. Quantum physics scientist Erwin Schrödinger has done a very deep study of Indian spirituality, he has written in his autobiography. There is only one thing in which there appears to be multiplicity, and that is only a series of different aspects of this one thing, created by deception or Maya. One of Erwin Schrödinger's main objectives was to explain how living things apparently violate one law of thermodynamics, the other. Due to which all systems in the universe break down, Erwin Schrödinger says, he found the answer to this in the Indian Hindu Upanishads. The Upanishads state that the existence of consciousness in all beings is very unique, and all events are caused by an omnipresent power. As consciousness plays a role in all beings, salvation in man is the state of knowledge itself, it has nothing to do with any person or science. The ego or its separateness is an illusion for man, man's goal is to preserve and develop his karma. When death occurs, the actions of man, living in this universe, there is no framework in which we can create more than one consciousness. Friends, Erwin Schrödinger has not said anything new. It has been written in our Hindu Vedas and Upanishads since ancient times that only Brahma exists. Whatever we see around us is the world of Maya. This Maya has arisen due to man's ignorance and imperfect senses, which is the Maya of that Supreme Being. Chandogya Upanishad says, all is Brahman, everything comes from Parabrahma, everything goes back to Parabrahma, and everything in this creation is sustained by Parabrahma. Friends, when Arjuna sees the supernatural divine knowledge given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna standing on the land of Mahabharata, the vast form of Lord Sri Krishna has no beginning and no end, in which Lord Sri Krishna announces the future in advance. That all the great warriors of the Kaurava side have already been slain by them, therefore O Arjuna, considering your victory certain, arise and fight. Friends, this means that in this world of Maya, man's future has already been written, we are free only to do our work, God is the only true truth. Friends, there are many such questions that arise in your mind. There are questions whose answers will be found in this video. To know, stay with the video till the end. Friends, a question must have arisen in the minds of most of you, and every person in the world keeps asking such questions to every other person. Is the future and everything already decided by God? You must have heard many people saying that we cannot change what is written in our destiny, then why do we need to do karma? Friends, there are three types of people in this world. One is fatalistic people, one is people who believe in destiny, who say that everything has already been decided by God. Such a person thinks that whatever is happening in his life was pre-planned, and it was written in his destiny. Second are the manly people, who feel that luck means nothing. They have little to no faith in God, and say that everything is achieved by doing work, and without effort, there is no luck. Whatever we are doing in this birth, whether it is good karma or bad karma, we get the fruits of these karmas in this very birth. Third are the altruistic people, who believe in God as everything and live their life equating profit and loss. Altruistic people support everyone in times of happiness and sorrow. Such people do not do any work for their name or fame. Everything has already been decided. Stay with the video till the end. Friends, to be honest, this world is like a big screen of a cinema. And such a picture is running in this cinema hall, about whose story no one knows anything. Now whatever is happening in the picture has already been decided. The picture on this screen is moving at a normal speed. You can neither move it forward nor backward. You get to see a new experience every time in every scene of this picture. Because you don't know anything about the story of this real-life picture. The only difference here is that you can only see this picture because you are living your life in real with this picture. For this reason, you cannot tamper with this picture. All the scenes of this picture are already present in the universe with some divine power in the reels of the entire story, which is being operated very efficiently by a projector in the form of time. And from here the existence of God in the form of Maya comes to the fore, whom we can call Jesus, Allah, Waheguru, Ramakrishna, Shiva, by any name. It has been believed in Hinduism for a long time that this world and everything around us is Maya. That is to say, your past, present and future has already been written by some divine power. You know the story of a movie in a cinema house. But only you can see the present picture of this world. No one knows what will happen in the future. You can only guess what will happen in the future. This is not in your hands, because you are tied to the present time. Friends, this is the reason why unique and strange incidents keep happening from time to time in this world. Many such prophets have been coming from time to time in this world, who have the innate ability to see the future. You might be well aware of three of these famous people, in which the first name is Nostradamus, the second name is Baba Vanga, and the third name is Saint Achyutananda, whose predictions made many years ago are coming true in today's modern era. These are the people who used to get a glimpse of the future in advance. How after all? Because even modern scientists do not know what will happen in the future, and no one knows, only a guess can be made. How could these people make such accurate predictions? It means that the future has already been written. In today's modern age, the internet is full of stories of people seeing future events. These people say that they had already seen their future in their dreams. He had already realized what would happen to him in the future. Now the question arises, friends, what Sri Krishna has said to Arjuna in Mahabharata, that the future has already been written, which is proving to be true in today's modern era. If someone tells you that he has traveled to the future or the past, you will definitely be shocked, because this is not possible from any perspective. Time machine is still an imagination. Time travel and time machine are such devices imagined by scientists, sitting in which any human being can go with his full mental and physical capabilities to any time in the past or future. Friends, till now even science does not have any such device which can take a human being to another era or time at the same time. Most people dismiss time travel as science fiction. But even science cannot completely deny the theory of time travel, Because some scientists believe that a theory of Sir Einstein can solve the mystery of time travel. This theory states that time slows down when we reach the speed of light. Although today scientists do not have this technology, but they know very well that time can be speeded up and slowed down. Man cannot travel through time today, so what, with this present time on one side and on the other parallel, future or past also exists. Quantum physics goes beyond the visible and common sense. It forces us to rethink how we view the universe and how we accept a new and unfamiliar picture of our world. Even in today's modern era, going into the future is still out of human reach. But it is told in our religious texts that many Hindu gods and goddesses used to travel in time. The idea of time machine is also inspired by Indian scriptures. How would you imagine? There are many such incidents mentioned in the Vedas and Puranas. For example, a king named Muchakunda went to Devlock to help the gods in the war against the demons, and when he returned to earth, thousands of years had passed on this earth, friends. This is the same King Muchakunda whose boon was used by Sri Krishna to kill Kalayavan. Scientists conceptualize time as Earth's value, but as we move into deep space, time changes. For a person who has returned after passing through heaven, there were only 1 year of heaven for him. But the said 1 year in space is equal to thousands of years on earth. Man is free to act as he wishes, has his future already written. Now again the same question arises in the mind, why should we do work? But when we look at this creation, everything in this creation is doing its work very efficiently on its own, or in other words, you are doing your work perfectly properly. All living beings or even human beings are just doing their karma, because everyone cannot live without doing karma. Whether that karma is through the body or through our thoughts, which are always active, and through these actions a new karma is being created. Be it any animal or human being, no one can remain idle. Therefore, 3 types of karma have been mentioned in our Hindu religious scriptures. One of which is actionable action, the result of which is achieved immediately in this life. The second is the accumulated karma, the results of which are obtained later. The third is the karma of prarabdha, which is the karma of the previous birth, a small part of which is experienced in this present life. So friends, karma and destiny are 2 sides of a coin. Many such great wise saints have given different explanations of karma and destiny. Explaining karma, Saint Tulsidos says, Karma pradhan vishva kariraka, jotas karati sotas fruchaka. That is, in this world, karma is the main thing. Every person has to get the results of his good and bad deeds. Lord Sri Ram himself had received the punishment of Balivada in his second incarnation, in which Lord Sri Krishna was punished by a follower named Jara in Dwapara Yuga by shooting an arrow at his foot. Here too, karma is given more importance, and as Saint Kabir Das says, no one gets more than what is destined for him. Friends, you must have seen that many people are living a happy life despite adverse circumstances, so does the credit for this go to their accumulated karma? When Ravana was extremely powerful and happy in his life, it was the result of his accumulated karma. At the time of his death, there was no one left to light a lamp in the same Ravana's house, so was this his destiny? The fruits of good and bad deeds done in the previous birth, which are being experienced in the present life. From the moment a human being is born, his future is determined by the deeds done in his previous birth. That's why he is born in the same kind of house, according to the same thinking. But many times, even if a person is born in such a house or not, still with the birth of a person, the thought of doing his work is associated with it, and the man also does his work in the same way. That's why someone becomes a doctor, engineer, pilot, saint, and someone becomes a criminal. His future is determined by the deeds done in his previous birth. Your thinking will also be the same from the moment you are born. Whatever the time wants or whatever is predetermined, man also does the same actions. If you think that you create your future by working hard, this is your thinking, not God's. Many times man is not able to achieve that success despite working hard. Despite having the degree of Doctor Engineer, he is doing something else. This is the destiny that a human being gets with birth. But man's ego denies the truth of God. Even in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna says that man is completely free to do both his good deeds and bad deeds. But it is not in the hands of that person as to what will be the result of his actions. In the examination, one student got 100 marks, and another student got 95 marks. This does not mean that the person who has got 95 marks is less intelligent than the student who has got 100 marks. Both of them have worked equally hard. It is in their hands to do the hard work, but they get the fruits of that hard work only by the will of God, says Lord Krishna.
कर्मण्येवाधिकार तेमा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफल हेतुर्भूर माते संगोस्त्व कर्माणि.
We have the right to do our duty, but the results of that duty do not depend only on our hard work. To determine the result, many reasons play their role in giving the fruits of this karma of man. What results a person will get from his actions in the future, all depends on the deeds of our previous birth. Like a person suddenly bumps into a person who gives him life. So Sri Krishna advised Arjuna to stop worrying about the consequences and concentrate on performing his duty. Friends, we hope that you must have got answers to some of your questions in this video, and do not forget to write the questions which could not be answered in the comment box, which we all would like to know. That's all for today, friends. Don't forget to like and subscribe Sagar Tech channel. Gyan, Radha Radha Shri Krishna.